What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are. Not quite August yet, middle of July. Come out here and I need to check a couple cameras. I need to put some batteries in a new cell camera out here at the farm. Normally I bring my four-wheeler out here and ride my four-wheeler, but since we're going elk hunting again this year, we're gonna walk. So we're gonna put in a few miles today. I don't actually have my West pack on, but I've got my deer pack on, but I got a little bit of weight in there. So it's a beautiful day today here in Indiana. Beans are starting to look nice and lush. We got all beans this year, so it looks like I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time in the woods come deer season, which that's what I was planning on this year anyways, to spend a lot of time in the woods, because I don't usually get, I'm not gonna say I don't get no activity out in the beans, maybe early season, but most of the activity's down in the woods. And the farmer on the other side of the property across the creek, he's got corn this year, so you know them deer like to hide in that corn. So we're gonna walk back here, all the way back here. We're gonna walk all the way down that tree line down there. We're gonna walk all the way down around, all the way to probably about right over there somewhere. Gotta put some batteries in some cell cams. Looking forward to this upcoming season. I'm super excited. Super excited to get my new bow out. Got a new bow this year, so listen to me, can't even talk. Not gonna quite tell you guys what it is yet, because I'm gonna do a video on it. I switched from a brand that I've been shooting for since 2015, and I switched to a new brand. And it's not that I'm brand specific, but man, I really like how this bow felt. It was an awesome bow, man. I finally found an archery shop about an hour and something away from my house that has multiple different brands. Unfortunately, the archery shop around here, they're only one brand specific. So, and I'm left-handed, so my options are very slim here. So the other shop though, they had everything left-handed. They had Hoyt, they had Prime, they had Elite, they had Matthews, they had Bowtech, and they had Bear. So if you guys want to put down in the comments what bow you think I got, put down in the comments. I'm gonna keep on trucking back here, and we'll get back in here once we get back in the woods and we get on some trail cameras. Kind of show you where my trail cameras are located, and a couple of my stands, like where I killed my big 8-pointer at in 2018. So here we go, guys. All right, guys, we're back on. If you guys can notice here, I don't know if you noticed, man, but this place right here is beat up with deer tracks over here at this farm. I mean, just beat up all the way down through here. Farmer was mowing grass, so stopped and talked to him for a few minutes. He's a super good guy, man. I'm glad that I've got a really good relationship built with him. So, you know, anything you can do for the farmers, you know what I mean, when you do have property, hunting property, it's always nice to have that relationship with them, to build that relationship with them. You know, if I'm out here and there's trash or anything laying around out here, then I always pick up the trash. You know, I put it in my pack. If there's any kind of trees that have fallen out here, like through here where he mows at and all that stuff, I usually bring my saw out and I'll cut it up, you know, throw it off to the side for him. So, you know, it's really, really cool when you build that relationship with a farmer. You know, I could probably do about anything I wanted to out here when it comes to hunting wise, you know what I mean? And he would be okay with it just because I built that relationship with him. But as you guys can tell, man, this is an awesome spot, man. You know, there's a big tree line down through here in his woods, and he always leaves this area right through here. He always leaves that open and stuff. So these deer love to travel the edge of this woods, man. I mean, it's back away from everything. You really can't see anything back here. They feel really comfortable. So they're always running through here. So I've got a trail camera up here on the left. And then if you guys look straight down that way, right in that corner right there, I have a tree stand. That's where I shot my big buck at. He came out like 20 yards right here after a doe on November 7, 2018. But last year's deer I shot back in the actual woods, which I'm gonna take you guys back there as well. So let's go up here and let's check his camera. I put a little bit of feed out at this camera. I don't really put much feed out this camera because it's right out here by the beans. So I just basically you know, let them feed off the beans, and they usually come right in front of the camera. So it's a great spot. Up here by that tower, I'll show you guys. I actually have over here, I have a deer blind over here and a turkey blind. I take my daughter turkey hunting out here, and I take them deer hunting and sit up there, because a lot of times some deer will come along the edge of the woods and come right on the other side of that tower and then run the edge of this woods all the way down. So that's another awesome spot up there. And I put a new blind out this year, but there's always been a blind there, so they're used to something being there, because the old blind I had, it was pretty much trash. Man, it looks like this stuff's growed up a lot right here in front of the camera, so I'm gonna have to bring my electric weed eater out here and trim a little bit right here. But yeah, this down through here is just beat up with deer trails, man. Or deer trails, listen to me, deer tracks, guys. Just beat up, man, just everywhere. And there's coyotes here and stuff too. Oh, right here we go. There's my first camera right there on that tree. So I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna pull the SD card out, and I know that it's got over 1,000 something pictures in it. So I'm gonna pull it out and we'll check it on our way back through here and stuff like that. And hopefully I can put it back, because I only brought one extra SD card and I bought a new camera today to put out here. So I'm gonna check it real quick, guys, and then I'm gonna pull the card and then we'll start walking down the other way. So give me just a second here. All right, guys, so we got the SD card out of that camera for now. 1,343 pictures. It's been out here for a couple weeks. I try not to come back in here too often. If I do, it's gonna be early season. I need to come back out here one more time, and I need to trim a couple more shooting lanes. And there's a camera that I want to move, so we're gonna move that camera. Listen to me. There is a camera I want to move, but there's also a stand that I want to move that's actually down in the woods. So there's actually a tree that fell up here by my favorite stand, but I don't think, I think it's kind of help a little bit. So it's not really blocking any of my shooting lanes, because I'm up in this stand, I'm up about 24 foot high. So, and boy, it looks good right now. But this tree right here, way up there, way up in there is my tree stand. So love that tree, man. There's a lot of back coverage and everything for me, man, when the deer come down through here. So it's an excellent stand, as long as the wind's right. But if the wind's not right, we use Ozonics. So love the Ozonics unit, man. I'm a believer, firm believer of it. So we're gonna walk down here. I got another stand down here, kind of by that blind, but not really. Pretty close by the blind. So we're gonna get down this way. And that trail I was talking to you guys with the farmer leaves and all that stuff, the opening, it is all the way down this tree line, man. So it's awesome. It's really cool for if you want to bring a four-wheeler out here to check trail cameras, or even during shed season, all that good stuff. So it's pretty humid out today. Already pretty hot. Sun's beating down pretty heavy on me. So right here's a little bit of shade. Luckily we brought 3 bottles of water, so it's good for us. Keep us nice and hydrated. Get home and take my Mountain Ops vitamin packs. Love them packs, man. They remind me of a pixie stick. That's how good they are. So we got another stand right in here. Show you guys a little bit. Looks like there's trails right through here they've been using. So let's see. Right there, right up in that tree right there. So I get a lot of nice little shooting area here. During the early fall, there's a lot of, got a lot of stuff to back me back there. The hill drops off right down there pretty steep to a creek bottom, which is about, I think it's about 70 yards to the bottom. So it's a pretty good stand too. Haven't killed anything out of that stand yet, but I mean, I've hunted that stand quite a few times. The grass has grown a little bit right through here, pretty good. This area right through here, man, the deer love when this grass grows up and he doesn't get back here and mow. Just this area around this tower. Oh, look at that. Oh, they bed down a lot right through here. So we got our these old metal, I don't know what these are, but we got our deer blind tucked back in there. And like I said, there's always been something here. So these deer are used to it, so they travel right through here a lot. That's awesome. We're gonna get down here. One of my main reasons to come out here was to pull this SD card and to my cell camera battery on one of my cell cams went dead due to throwing some feed out and about 1 million coons. I'm getting on it. I mean, I had like a whole neighborhood of coons in there this last time, man. And I just put the new lithium batteries in there, and they had that thing burn up within at least, I don't know, I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit, but I think at least 3 or 4 days they burnt that camera up and the SD card. So it's a little ways away down here. My next camera setups are. Got some more deer trails right through here, guys. Quite a few of them. There's a bunch of them that just go right in these woods, man. They just come out here all the time and start feeding off these beans. And you know, right now, really, they're not really hitting your, this time of year, usually they're not hitting the feeders and stuff too much. They're hitting these beans more than anything. And the corn and stuff, because it's still nice and green. Once the beans start to change color and everything, that's when they really start going back and hitting the feeders. But I'll probably pull my feeder out here as soon as I get back from Colorado, because you got to have no feed or anything in the state of Indiana within, it's got to be 10 days, got 2 weeks. You got to get everything out 2 weeks before season. So we cannot bait here in Indiana, which is good for me. I love it. It's just a little bit more of a challenge, you know, to get the deer to come in. So I'm all for that. So I'm gonna jump off here for a second, guys, and we'll get back on once we're dipping down in the woods. All right, guys, we're in the woods. Down there is the bottom. The property I hunt sits on a hill for the most part. And these trees, as you can tell, go downhill pretty steep. So we're gonna make our way down to this camera real quick. Most of the deer's about 11, so hopefully they've already been feeding and they're bedded up somewhere. Better watch my footing down here. Like I said, my property sits on like a river, so I've been beating this trail up right here pretty good, as you guys can see, all the way down through here. Probably shouldn't be walking on it, but it's supposed to rain tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk on it, get down through here. Big buck I wanted to shoot last year was actually on this hillside with a doe. I watched him breed a doe last year. Then the neighbor's dogs come back and ran him off. I was pretty upset when I was watching them. So this is basically the main trail. One of the main trails down through here. I really want to put a camera on this main trail, to be honest with you. Down there's like a little bit of runoff of the river. There's like a creek that runs down through here too. It just runs off from that river up here. And down in here is where I have my feeder. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks right through here. Run through here. It's pretty thick down here, fellas. She's growed up quite a bit since I've been down here last. Quite a bit since I've been down here. As I said, it's thick. Thick down through here, guys. All right, we're close. There's my feeder, as you guys can see. We're not gonna put any more feed out right now, but we're just gonna kind of come over here and check. Look for tracks and everything, which I see quite a few tracks coming across this creek right here. This little runoff. You can tell they've been tearing this up. Tearing it up. Over there's my Stealth Cam Fusion camera. Turn that antenna up. Got knocked down. But the other camera that we're going at is actually straight back that way, way back in that corner, because it's kind of like the bedding. I mean, it's not the bedding area, but it's outside the bedding area. So I'm gonna go back here and slap his new batteries in here real quick. And I'll be right back on, guys. All right, guys, so we're gonna head back over here to the camera, the cell camera that I need to put the batteries in from all the raccoons going 100 mile an hour on it. So we're gonna leave the feeder here and we're gonna head back this way. I had a trail at one time in here. I just went through here, but I'm gonna cut down through here real quick. Still a pretty big trail right here. This is actually deer trail. We've been beating it up back through here. It's pretty tall back through here, guys. It's almost pretty much this tall right through here, all the way down through here. Get them babies walking down through here. You can't even see them on the trail cameras. Only bad thing about this river is I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's a public river, you know, obviously, because it's a river, but there's a lot of guys that fish down here. And I've only been bothered twice. The 4 years that I've been hunting here. And one set of guys came and they seen me in the tree stand and they were down from me and they were making all kinds of racket. And you know, out of respect, you know, most respectful people would be like, well, let's turn around and go back, that guy's hunting. But no, they kept on coming and they kept on just being loud as shit. And I made sure that I let them know I wasn't very happy. Because, I mean, just out of respect, you could at least been quiet, you know what I mean, and hurried up and went down the river, but some people don't have respect. We're almost there to the other camera. There she is. You guys can tell deer and everything's been beating this up. This is just completely beat up right here. Well, I've had a ton of coons on it. That's what really fucking sucks. Tired of having the coons on it, so. This one's also a Fusion Stealth Cam. And I've got two of them out here, and I'll tell you what, man. I've been pretty happy with them. Sorry, camera's all fucked up. Watch your language, boy. But, bam. Lithium ion, dude, and they burnt them up, them coons did. So we're gonna get off here. We're gonna get the batteries replaced in this and get this thing fired back up so we can get out of here. All right, guys, I'll see you in a minute. go. Got her all fixed up. Got some shredded corn down, or ground up corn, I should say. And we are off, fellas. That's it. That's pretty much what I wanted to accomplish today. Well, I take that back, guys. I take that back. We got one more new stealth cam to put up. It's not a stealth cam, but I'm thinking about putting it up on that main trail. I'm not for sure yet, but I'd like to get some really good, like a really good location, like where I come in. When I come in, I can just pull the camera instead of having to travel all the way back here, because, like I said, this is where my stealth cams are, because I barely come in here. So, this is just a ladder stand I have. This is where I killed my buck last year out of my 8-pointer. I killed last year. What an awesome hunt it was, guys. It was an incredible hunt. He's not the biggest in the world. He's probably 140. But it was just so exciting, man. I'm just sitting in the tree stand, and I watch this buck come from the top of the hill with a doe down here. And they're bedded like, she beds down like right over here, and he's, you know, grunting and all that stuff at her. You know, all that good stuff. And they get up and they leave and they go on the top of that hill right there. And another buck comes in and he chases that buck off. And I'm like, well, that's probably all the action I'm gonna see. And I'm sitting in that stand right there, and all of a sudden I see 2 does flying down through here, come just running. And I look and there's 2 bucks behind them. There's the one I killed and another buck. And they get like right out in front of me, like right here. And they start going at it. It was awesome, man. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, they were banging racks, throwing each other on the ground. It was incredible, guys. And they got up. My buck ran over to like right here, like, I don't know, 20 yards, dude. And I let him have it at 20 yards. And then after I hit him, the doe, one of the does he was with, she come right underneath my tree stand, like right there, not even 5 yards, dude. And I was like, you know what? I got another tag. So I let her have it too. So that was 2 deer, 1 thing. It was a Bonnie and Clyde. They were out in the freezer, and I've been enjoying the meat all year long. I'm actually probably gonna go home today and make some more deer jerky on the Traeger. So we're gonna get up out of here, guys. We're gonna figure out where I'm gonna put this other camera. I thought about putting it over by the blind that I have over here for my kids, but I mean, it's kind of out in the open. And I just looked at those pictures from that other camera, and yeah, I mean, I was getting some deer. I got some does, and then a couple bucks during like the, you know, just when I started getting in velvet. Got my first little bobcat on there, but I think they're, you know, running this main trail a lot, so I'm gonna try to find somewhere up through here to put the camera at this main trail. That way, when I come down in here to check trail cameras, that we can get it done, guys. So let's go. I'm gonna bring you guys along real quick, and we'll just kind of watch. We're actually running a deer trail right now. And like I said, I know you're not supposed to be on the deer trails, but it's supposed to rain this afternoon, so. And it should rain by the time they get up and start moseying around again. So, we're gonna go up through here, and we're gonna get back on this main trail again. And we're gonna throw a camera up here. This is what I'm talking about right here, guys, about where I hunt at. Like, that's how steep. Like, the camera doesn't know justice how steep this area is. But, like I said, I gotta get ready for Colorado, too, for my elk hunt. So, we're gonna find out where this main trail is. And we're gonna slap a camera on here real quick. I want to slap it over in this area anyways. It's like I said, this was that big buck was last year. That was messing with. And this is the main trail right here. Because that's that tree that they jump on. And they run down through here. So we're going to take this. Throw it over there. You can kind of see where they're coming through here. I just want to make sure if this is a spot I want to do it. Because there's a trail going down through here too. So, I mean, what do you do but just throw it up and then see what happens. So, let me find a good tree here real quick to throw it up on. And we'll throw it up and We'll see. And we'll probably just throw it up on this one over here. This looks like a good tree right here. Because I definitely know there's deer movement right through here. This tree right here would be perfect. So let's jump on here and do this, guys. I'm gonna sit you guys down real quick. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, tossed over. Sorry, guys. And then I'll mark this on the, look at me. Gotta get you guys where you guys can see me at least, somewhat. There you go. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to mark this on my Exonix maps too. So, let's get this stealth cam out, get it set up. Just bought this one this morning. It's all just a $50 one, 14 megapixels. Which is plenty good for me. That's all I need. Especially on a regular camera. And it's pretty close to the feeder anyway, so. And you know, if these deers aren't hitting the feeder. Ooh, I'm glad I just seen that, guys. I was getting ready to face the camera the wrong way. Glad I seen that. Now I almost want to put it on a different tree. Thinking maybe this tree up here now, guys, after I just seen that, there's actually where the main trail is. Because now I can actually see the track and see where it goes. It goes up in them woods, so. Because this tree right here is going to block me, unless I just put it on this tree right here. This little small one right there, but I mean, it ain't too bad, but I guess that'd be all right. We're just going to slap her here then for now. That'll tell me whatever's coming this way. You know, if something's going up that way, we'll be able to see it. If something's coming by this way, we'll be able to see it. I mean, they can obviously cut down behind us, but I mean, it almost looks like there's two trails, to be honest with you guys. Two trails that run. One runs this way, and one runs that way. So that's the only bad thing about trail cameras, man. I'm just trying to take a predicament and trying to figure out, you know, what's going to be best. But if it runs that way and it runs that way, I might be able to get them both this way, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna go with it. It's a really small tree, but it's all right. It'll be all right. I got a feeling that, no, you know what, guys? I'm not doing it. We're gonna find a different tree. I think this one's gonna blow too much. It's gonna get too much action on it. But Matt, you really don't want to face your cameras east or west anyway, so I think we're just gonna go back up on. All right, fellas, so yep, I got the camera out as you guys could see there. I left it recording while I was messing with it and putting it where I wanted it to go, but we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna check out this corner stand real quick. I'm not gonna like go up it too much, but this is my favorite stand right here. Ladders and everything still looks solid. Lifeline, fellas, from me to you. If you guys are ever in a tree stand, you guys need one of these, okay? You gotta have a lifeline, man. I'm being serious, you gotta have a lifeline. I know a couple people that's fell out of tree stands and it didn't end up very well for them. Believe it or not, years ago, I fell out of one, okay? And it was my own stupidity, I was young. Thought I was invincible like most of us do when we were young. And luckily, when I landed kind of going downhill a little bit and I rolled. So I really didn't mess anything up, it knocked the wind out of me. But after that, I realized you gotta have a lifeline, man. I have a lifeline in every one of my tree stands, except for that ladder stand. But I have a cable or whatever when I go up that I pull up and I put on there, and I will be putting a lifeline up there this year. So it's a must-have, guys, especially when you're you know, you're doing hang-ons and all that, and you're up, you know, 24, 30 feet in the air. Gotta have them, man, because them cables on them stands don't last forever. You gotta make sure you maintenance those as well. You gotta make sure you check them and everything. A couple of my stands I actually have chains on, like thick chain, you know, that's not gonna break because I took the cables off. This one right here, I need to go up and check next time I'm here and make sure the cables are good on this one and the cables are good on the other one. The other one, which we didn't go to my one that I have chains on, I know it's good because the chains just got put on last year, but we'll still check it when we get up there. But I'm probably going to end up putting on chains on this one and putting on that one this year. I'm probably just going to go up, you know, lifeline, do it while I'm up in the tree, measure everything next time I'm here, get some chain, cut it, come out next time and put it together. So it's just a little safety for me to you guys. It's your life, man, and it can happen. You might be like, oh, it ain't never going to happen to me. I'm never going to fall off a tree stand. It can happen, trust me. It can happen to anybody. Accidents happen every day. So this is it, guys, for today's vlog. I'm gonna try to get this channel going for quite some time now. I know I've been kind of on the back burner, but I've actually got another channel that I do with a different hobby that I do. I like to tinker with RC cars, hobby grade RC cars. So I actually have an RC car channel. So it's pretty cool. Gives me something to do when I'm not in the woods or anything, and my kids love it. But my kids like being in the woods too, but they didn't want to come out today. It was too muggy, and plus, you know, they were still in bed. I was the only one up in the house, so. Early bird gets the worm. I'm always up early, whether I'm off or whether I'm working. Just my body, my clockwork. So, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Be many more to come. Like I said, next time we come out here, we're gonna do some tree stand work. I wanted to do it today, but I have other things to do this afternoon. So I want to get out and shoot my bow for a little while. So my new bow. So I've been shooting it every day, which I try to shoot all year round. So, but I'll be doing a video on that as well. Showing you guys my new bow. Probably comparing it to my old bow. Because I still have my old bow, because I probably won't get rid of that bow, because I love that bow. But jump off here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys know what to do. Get in the outdoors and enjoy it, guys. Have a nice day.